President fired acting Attorney General Sally Yates last night after she directed Justice Department attorneys not to defend his immigration ban. Press Secretary Sean Spicer pushed back at critics of the ban, like Yates, saying that the executive order is in the interest of national security. Watch.
This is about the safety of America, and there's a reason that the majority of Americans agree with the president. It's because they understand that that's his #1 priority, and it's his #1 duty, as it should be with any leader, to keep our people and our institutions safe from attack. And that these steps are, frankly, common sense steps that the president's taking to make sure that we're never looking in the rearview mirror saying we should have done something like this.
Plus, the acting head of Immigration and Customs Enforcement was also ousted. Joining me right now is Tennessee Congresswoman Marsha Blackburn. Congresswoman, good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you.
So Democrats are now coming out to support Yates. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer released a statement last night saying that the firing of Sally Yates underscores how important it is to have an attorney general who will stand up to the White House when they are violating the law. The fact that this administration does not understand that is chilling. Congresswoman, your reaction to the events of last night?
I think the president is within his rights to release Ms. Yates and to put in her place someone who is going to carry out his executive orders and who is going to be there to advise the president. This is common practice. The president brings in their cabinet. They bring in their team. That is why you have 3 separate and co-equal branches of government. And I tell you what, we seem to have a group of Democrats who just are apoplectic. They can't get over the fact that they lost. They do not want this president to have his team around him. They need to realize Donald Trump is the president of the United States.
Yeah.
And if they want to see a change at DOJ and stop politicizing DOJ, why don't they confirm his nominee to be the Attorney General?
Yeah. You know, in the age of Twitter and sort of people understanding what's happening, it's a very different moment in time. The people get it. You know, I mean, what is all of this just blowing off the law, from not enforcing his executive order to, you know, telling the world that sanctuary cities will continue, to the Democrats deciding that they want to stall the confirmation process? It's just extraordinary, actually, that they just go on just blowing off the law.
You're exactly right, and we are a nation of laws, and those laws are to be there for a government that is of the people, by the people, for the people. And Maria, you are right. People across this country get it. And you know, I've seen the casting calls where they're saying, attend a rally, shoot a video, we'll pay you $100. And they're asking for these for their documentary, if you will. They're holding resistance training, good trouble seminars in order to get people motivated. And then to have a president that comes out, a former president, Obama, who comes out and speaks against the current president. You know, there are times where you need to just not say anything. And President Bush showed him the courtesy of not saying anything. And President Obama, former President Obama, should do the same thing at this point in time.
To be cynical, Congressman, it's Dagan McDowell. It's just the Democrats' way of raising money. Does it come down to that? Does it, because who are they rallying onto their side by being with Chuck Schumer crying crocodile tears? Who are they winning over with that, or essentially accusing the Trump administration from being Nixonian?
There you go. What you've got is they are winning over George Soros and his pocketbook, because my understanding is he's the one who is funding a good bit of this. And I think, Dagan, what they're continuing to do is, if you will, narrow their market, because there are so many Democrats I talk to that say, look, I didn't vote for Trump, didn't support Trump, but I wish him and our nation well. And if he can do what he says he's going to do with revitalizing the economy, I'm going to be all for him. And they look at this disruption and they see it as something that is there as kind of a sideshow, if you will, that it has gone past the point of being a peaceful protest, and it is now focused on how much disruption can we bring into the marketplace and how much media attention can we capture around that disruption.